Hurry up, come on. There we go. Does that look good? That kind of fits for the video, right? Little tinfoil hat. What's going on, guys? This is Behrens, and today we're going to talk about a Faraday cage. Now, with all the recent discussions about North Korea and EMP and just an EMP in general, I figure I'd tell you how to make a real simple do-it-yourself Faraday cage. Total cost is going to be around $21. I'll put the links down below to everything in regards to what I have here, so if you're interested, you can purchase yourself. Let's get started. So in general, real simply, what exactly happens when an EMP hits? And in this case, we're going to talk about a thermonuclear device that's being detonated in the atmosphere, and we're going to have to deal with that. Basically, think of it this way. You have radio and magnetic waves, and if you think of it like bzzz, right? Stupidest analogy ever. So basically what you want to do is take your electronic devices, you want to put them into a safe place where when this is charged, it's going to be charged on the outside. It's not going to affect what's on the inside. And that's the main purpose of a Faraday cage. So first talk about the container. This is a 4-gallon Behrens galvanized steel locking can. You can see you can use this as like a small trash can. It's around $19 with shipping on Amazon. And this thing's really great. It makes a great platform for you to build upon for your Faraday cage. So as you can see, even with it not locked, it's not going anywhere, and I have a lot of stuff in here. So it's a nice snug fit. Let's take the lid off here. You can see, here's the lid. Captain America. So what we're going to do to the inside of this, we're going to take nice thick cardboard. This is something I got from an Amazon box, and we're going to line the entire thing with cardboard. The entire Faraday cage on the top here and on the sides down there, so that when you put your stuff in there, this acts as an insulator for what's going to happen on the outside, which is the charge. You don't want to have that touching your electronics, so that's an insulator, the cardboard. So when we grab this bottom part here, you can see everything on the inside there is in the insulator. So let's take some of this stuff out and we'll talk about it. So in regards to some of the stuff you can put inside your Faraday cage and the stuff that I have in mind, I have a radio. This is a Panasonic radio. It takes 4 AA batteries on the back here, and just real simple type radio. Grab a radio, buy a radio. You can get them for like $8 to $10 to $12 for a decent one. Grab it, throw it in there. Make sure though that you don't have the batteries on the inside. You want to take the batteries out before you store it. You don't want to have it already charged up. So batteries out, it goes in. One thing you saw in the Real Men's gift wish list was this solar powered battery charger, and it has USB port right here. It's nice and weatherproof. You got the 2 dual USB ports, and this thing charges itself up by solar power. So in the case of not having something to plug into the wall or not having batteries, this is really cool. So put this inside of there. This costs like 25 bucks and gives you about, I think, 3 to 5 chargers on an iPhone. I store my batteries in here as well. I got AA's, AAA's. These are lithiums. They're much more resilient than the regular type that are out there. And I got some CR123 batteries as well. A good stock of those. I like to have it so that when I open this container up, I have everything I need to just grab and use. I don't want to have to go to some other different part or my disaster kit like you've seen that, the videos I put out on that. I don't want to go to that to get the batteries to use with the stuff that's in there. So I just throw this all in there, and obviously I didn't have this sealed. Another thing I don't see a lot of people doing is using solar power. So this is Power Film. This is their F12750. It's a 12-watt solar powered panel. And right here you can see it's USB. So you can charge stuff up. You simply just break this thing open, set it out, and you got some solar power, 12 watts worth. And as you can see here, you use USB for the charger. It runs off a car charger thingamabobber here. So any car charger thing you have, you can plug into here and use that. But this is the one I got with this, and it works real well. But solar power is going to be huge if you're in a situation where you don't have the ability to use the electric. So think solar. I have 2 different flashlights. This one takes AAA batteries. This is an Orb by Black Diamond. Nice little light here. You can see it goes through a bunch of different stuff. You can go real light, real bright. And This takes 3 AAA batteries, if memory serves me right. Yep, 3 AAA batteries. And I just got a regular flashlight. This is a 600 lumen Maelstrom from 4.7s. I've had this for years. This thing's awesome. This thing's awesome. And like I said, what you want to do, even though I just demonstrated the light right there, you want to make sure that you store it without the batteries in it. And last but not least, I have a radio here. This is a Baofeng radio. I got a nice bright color in case you don't want to lose it, so I got a nice bright color. And then I have the AA adapter. So in the case that I can't charge this up for whatever reason, you want to have the AA adapter so you can use AA batteries for it in relation to getting it charged up with the battery pack that it comes with. So I did buy that with it as well, just in case. And I bought an extra antenna. It's a little bit longer, better signal, etc. So that's the final thing I have in my Faraday cage. Also the directions, just in case you forget something. It's not a bad thing to have the directions. All right, so let's take a look at the inside of this thing. What does it look like? Well, I took cardboard, put it around the outside. Oops, bumping the microphone like a professional. So I took cardboard, put it around the outside and on the bottom, made sure that it overlapped, and then I took some tape and taped it up around where the connection points were. And then when you take this, the top here, then when you take the top and put that over the thing here, you can see that it covers it up so you have a nice insulated inside to your Faraday cage. Now the one thing people will talk about is a nested Faraday cage. And what that is basically taking your electronics individually and wrapping them in aluminum foil. The reason you want to do that is if there is a charge that does somehow get through, a little bit of a charge, you have your electronics wrapped so that they are secure in case something does get through your Faraday cage. You have them shielded. So you can take that extra step, buy some Reynolds wrap at the market for whatever, $3 or whatever, wrap them up, a little extra protection and security, peace of mind. So in terms of what this will do with using this type of container and locking it and making sure that the little stuff like these little parts right here, maybe you take some metal tape and cover those up, and then take some tape once you get this all in, take some tape around the edges just for extra protection. You're going to be blocking out more than 50 dBs. So you'll hear a lot of people out there talking about do it this way, do it that way. You don't have to wrap it with aluminum foil. You don't have to tape the edges. If you use this container, you're not going to get the most protection. This is really a set it and forget it. You're going to put some stuff in here, you're going to wrap it up, and you're going to set it in a corner of some room, and you're not even going to think about it until something happens. It's more of a peace of mind thing. And a lot of people will talk about having to do every single thing to make sure that, nothing goes wrong. But in the end, no one really knows because it's never happened before in terms of a nuclear explosion in the atmosphere. So no one really knows what's going to happen. They can speculate, but having just the peace of mind that you have this in place for $20, you can make this thing, I think is definitely worth it. Now you can go out and buy the huge trash can. They make different sizes of this Behrens. Behrens. They make different sizes. So if you want to put bigger stuff in there, go right ahead. If you want to get crazy and you're thinking about your rifles and stuff, you want to put your optics in here. They have electronics. Take the batteries out, put those in here. If you have maybe a backup, maybe you have an aim point on your main gun, but you have maybe a primary arms as a backup. Grab the primary arms, throw it in here just in case if you're super worried about it. But nice peace of mind. So if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know. If you guys have made Faraday cages and you have videos or you have some experience with this or testing, etc., go ahead and put that down below. It's always welcome. And until next time, later.